Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Christmas time and I just wanted to start off another vlog about the old Christmas update and tell you about what's going on in a bit more of a positive way. I feel a little bit better after the old the sting from the collab Ruby situation, but now I'm going to talk about more about what's going on in this and recap of everything and let you know some stuff maybe that you might have missed. So first up, of course, we've got Bonjane, and she apparently is quite strong. Her skill 1 is quite similar to Kula's iceberg. So when you smash that on someone, they're probably going to get stuck in it. And yeah, thanks to Pico and Peko and Seiko Wallet for the tips. But she looks good, and she's also got. Let me have a look. Hold on a second. So if we just go into the profile, the thing I'm talking about is this one, right? Oh, not that one, but it's good to see. I like the stockings are all they're all on underneath thing, right? But here, this one. As you can see, it hits multiple times, so if you stick that on someone who's waking up, they might be able to roll out, but I think, yeah, that's going to be a pain for most people. She is a Fez, and of course you're going to need her if you want to get super points for, wow, if you want super points for the score attack. Notice, of course, that she does skill and shock, which is quite useful, well, for her and for some PvE events, because of course a lot of stones give shock and chill, and a lot of characters are either using shock or chill, but she uses both, so that's really good for her. Well, am I going to be very excited to go? Oh wow, and wow, okay, I was going to say I'm not really that excited, but she also is a great leader. She's got a great leadership skill, power charge rate 20%, and attack up by 45 for green element fighters. So she will be useful, but of course, as you know, when you're trying to get these characters, you get them once, you're like, well, that's just part 1, isn't it? Maybe good for PvP, but to build her up to be something strong in PvE is going to take a bit of a time and a lot of summoning. Okay, and if you're looking for the panda or polar bear Daimon Goro, he's not here yet. He's coming later, so that's a bit disappointing, and it's probably going to be a bit weird, but he may come out in a few days, or he may come out on the 30th, I don't know, but he'll definitely be turning up soon. So one of the most important things, I think, for this event is in fact the new Christmas score attack. You do have the thing, we'll talk about that in a minute, the little catch the thief, but that's just cash. This is really interesting. If for anything, it's mainly because it involves rupees. Are you going to start it? No. Let me go back. So well, there you go. You can see, press that again. You can get rubies. So of course it's worth doing. Of course, the quicker you do it, or rather, you can do it more quickly, of course, if you equip all your Christmas characters. Although I notice you don't have Choi, and I'm like, this is racism. I mean, what's going on there? Why is Choi not involved? And I powered up Choi like crazy, man. And I'm like, what? Nah, man, that's not fair. But there you are. See, Fez BJ and Fez Liz are up there, so you want to power them up. And of course, remember, you can use these as strikers. I've got my Christmas team here now that the collab is over. I've moved them over here. So as you can see, you've got Liz. She's quite powered up as well, because of course you put the cards on. You've got to put the cards on, and you get yourself a nice bonus, and you'll be ready for the exchange period, which will happen in well, about 5 days or so. So if you've got the Liz set, that's going to help, of course, and you've got to level them up, of course, you get the extra bonus. So you definitely want to do that, at least run through it once, get yourself some nice rubies here, and you know, that'll be good. Saving, of course, saving up for a particular event that's going to happen on the 30th of December. Unfortunately, that was leaked. But yes, if you didn't know, sorry, spoiler about to happen. You might want to skip forward this part of the video. But Orochi and Rugal will be released on the 30th. There's speculation over whether it's actually going to be a new character in terms of Orochi, but I'm sure Omega Rugal is definitely new. He's the guild-based Omega Rugal, so he's going to be absolutely mental, and Orochi as well. Not sure if it's going to be an upgrade, not sure if it's going to be a new character, but I think it probably will be a new character. That's just the money talking. Now, speaking of characters, of course, we do also have some buffs that happened. All right, I'm going a completely random thing, but it's all pertinent information. So the two characters that have a buff are Kyo, Ness Kyo, as you can see over here, and Terry from 2003, or Mark of the Walls, whatever you'd like to say. The point is, Kyo has now hyper armor on his skill 3 over here, pop, and Terry just is a mental case, and I don't know what exactly they did. I think they gave him a guard break on one of his moves. Hit the guy. I don't know why they buffed this guy, because he was already top tier character. Then they nerfed him because he was too much, and now they've buffed him again. Who asked for Terry? I don't understand. Kyo was the whole point. The whole controversy over Kyo or Orochi. Orochi won the polls, but strangely Kyo has the buff, and I'm like, well, that's really who should have got it anyway, right? To be back up there. Let's have a look at these two in action, and it's frankly, of course, you put the Leah set on Kyo, which is what he's got right now. He's absolutely top tier, absolutely will blow up everything, right? Terry, he's just nuts. You'll see a lot of immunity, and of course he can carry on comboing you when you hit the floor, and then he's got the interrupter. His skill 1 is interrupter, so his power dunk is an interrupter. So you attack him. If he's blocking, well, you're about to get smashed in the face. So you have to be very, very, very careful when you're fighting him. Let's have a look. And of course, if you put the Ryugo set on Terry, he's even more dangerous. A lot of disabling rolls, as you can see, going on here. People can't escape. These two are gonna shake up the tiers now. Of course, if you've got 7k, the 7 Knights, you still just have to ban them. But after that, would I rather fight Gainit or one of these two? Well, it's gonna be hard to choose. I can tell you, it's gonna be hard to choose. So hyper armor, and it was an interesting discussion about what's better, hyper armor or super armor and immunity. Now it's interesting, but of course, if you're fighting somebody like if you're fighting somebody specifically who will remove super armor or hyper armor, then of course, you know, having one or two of them or rather debuffing one of them is better than debuffing everything. But I think some characters, like Adelheid, will just remove everything, so it doesn't really matter. But perhaps super armor technically would be better than super armor with immunity would be better than hyper armor. But when you start using it, you're going to feel quite happy, because you know, with hyper armor, you do a move and you just do what you want. But with super armor, you're going to take damage. Well, of course, with immunity, you're not taking damage, but you're probably going to get juggled into the air. And yeah, Terry's kind of sick. Terry is kind of sick. On the other hand, we were saying, like, do you want to fight Gainitz or one of these two? Well, Gainitz and Psyche are, of course, still incredibly strong characters when they know what they're doing. And if you make the wrong choice, you're probably going to end up, like I said, with hyper armor going smashing in. They do what they want, and you're getting stuck in the hurricane. And yeah, it's not pretty. There's the guard crash, which is nice, but that was a nice idea, that. And yeah. Woohoo! Okay, next thing is, of course, the layout is all changed, and some of the things are a bit confusing now where to find things. But let's go have a look at the dungeon, because there's a couple of things you want to have a look at, which have improved with this update. So now you don't have to do 3 times a day. They've just released the Inferno levels. And of course, if you haven't cleared them, you need to clear them, because of course you're going to get rubies as well. So here you just need to get the gold, but the I think the core dungeon is a bit more tricky, because you need to defeat 30 enemies before the time runs out, and then you'll get your rubies. So keep an eye on those. You've got some extra rubies there, but it's interesting. You still got to add, but I'm not really sure how that works. I think it's 1 add and that's it for the whole dungeon. So 1 for core, 1 for EXP, 1 for gold, and then you can just do Inferno as many times as you want. That's it. So it's pretty good. Also to note, of course, in the dungeon is where, if you look over here, this is normally where you'd find soul quest, right? But here, challenge dungeon is where you're going to find all your big quests, and time attack. When you're looking to get that extra 40 or 50 or whatever 100 rubies, don't forget to do your time attack challenge every day. And it's right here, along with Tower of Trials, which is yeah, quite surprising, but it's there. And also don't forget, of course, to collect your auto clear from Reviving Hell Dungeon, the RHD. Another new thing with the update is the super mission. Don't forget that when you start the super mission, you choose which character you want. If you've already got them awakened or anything, actually, there seems to be a little bug where it will reset their level. Don't worry, it will fix itself. My Sylvie, she was all messed up, but then you just eventually do some more of the things, and she was back to normal. She's fine. And so you can get yourself a memory to awaken or to just level up your character a bit more. It seems pretty good. It's nice. There is also Carnival, and I think pretty much this is going to be you probably will manage to do this since you now have the whole new grinder, right? Let's go have a look at that. So it's here. So now that you've now got the 6-star capability to grind your 5-star cards, I would advise using the set cards. I've burnt a whole lot of them already. But yeah, I mean, I don't really want to get rid of my cooler cards, but you should have a few of these lying around. Don't forget to, if you don't want to use them, level them up, or stick them on a character, then they won't get used. Be very, very careful with the auto, because let's have a look. Do that, you might end up with something you don't want to get rid of. But these two, I'm like, yeah. Wow, that's an option card. Okay, so as you can see, it's taking cards from all over the place, so be very, very careful what you do with these, and you can't really check what they are, but I'm going to grind these anyway, whatever. Don't forget, once it's gone, so be very, very careful. I'm like, do I want to get rid of a cooldown card? No, not really. No, I'm saving that. Yeah, Blue Mary card, Halloween Blue Mary card used to be very, very useful. I'm okay now, it's fine. Regrets were made, but for some of those cards, remember that you can exchange to get them back if you mess it up. Some of them you can't, so be very, very careful. And there we go. Right, that's how it works. And as you can see, once you get rid of all of these cards, you're going to be able to probably get the max reward for the carnival. But if you don't get the max reward for carnival, I wouldn't really freak out about it. I don't think it's that important. Note that if you click on this button, you can see the cards that you can get, and so you you have a chance to get these back, but you've got the pay attention to the gold card. If you don't have these, you need to get this card, and this is a new one, and it seems to be quite good for poison and darkness characters, so that's quite handy. This one is a good card for your critical boosts. That's nice. Notice on the sets, you can get. You can't get the Leah set. Am I blind? No, I'm not blind. You cannot get the Leah set from this, which is weird because I thought you could. But you can get the new King of Cuteness set, which is penetration, 30% for 30% chance to get super armor, which is nice. Could be good, but I still don't trust these gold cards. And of course, you do also have the new set, Raging Fatal Attacks, which is going to give you attack bonus and critical damage 10% if you hit someone who is already shocked, chilled, or poisoned, and it stacks up to 5, which is kind of interesting. Could be quite interesting for yes, for lightning users maybe. Is it going to be better than using the collab set? Probably not though. Now this set I've heard is actually very, very interesting. You're going to get a super attack boost, but very, very interestingly, especially for Orochinagi himself, it's going to ignore the target's super armor when you grab them. That is amazing for Orochinagi. It might even make him a super powerful character because, you know, super armor, normally when you hit someone with super armor, you don't hit them, you go into kind of punch animation or something like that. But if this gets rid of that, Orochinagi is going to absolutely destroy a lot of characters because he'll start his loop, hopefully, and then it's game over. That's the theory. We'll see if that really works. And of course, it's 25 seconds cooldown. So you mess this up, you're not going to get it again probably unless you win the next round. Then you've got the Chris set, and the Chris set will increase a balance type fire, so great for Chris. Great. And of course Orochi as well, damage by 7 and decreased damage. Meh. Yeah, it doesn't really look that exciting. So they're interesting. It's just stuff to collect really though. I think you know, I think it's very specific. Probably the Orochi Yashira again, like maybe some other characters will benefit, but I think it looks very specific. And hold on a second, these are actually 6-star cards. Okay, these might be game changers actually. I'll take all of that back. Not all of it, some of it back. These actually might be very, 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 very good sets because their CP value should be quite high. Yeah, 1000. So they're top range cards actually. But I still think they're going to be very specifically good for some characters. And you know, if you compare it to like the Tekken set or the Leah set, nah, it's okay. Oh, actually, hold on. There's one. I forgot to go to the last page. Notice on the last page for the specials, the supers, you also have the new 6-star gemstones, which apparently have the same CP. Right, look, 1098 as one of these. When what? I mean, you can upgrade this one, the Radiant. Apparently it's going to be the same CP, but I'm not so sure now. But yeah, you might want to have a look at that. I've got one of them, actually. So just to compare, look, here is a level 30, maxed out, can't evolve it anymore, and the CP is 583, right, which is good, right, because it's not anything compared to the smaller one. All right, so you've got your you've got your whatever, and then you've got your okay, where'd he go? Sorry, hold on. I've lost him. Yeah, I couldn't find it because it's now, like, since I've raised its value, it's gone straight up to the top because it's a 1k card. So yeah, that CP is going to count. So if you put that on a character that doesn't have a special move, it's definitely going to be useful. So watch out for those. So as we said, we also have the Catch the Little Thief, bit of extra cash, why not? Don't forget to put your gold team on when you do this. Now, of course, when we're talking about Championship is back to its usual times, which is, well, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to wake up in the morning to do Championship, but it's here. So, yeah, enjoy doing that. So, you know, it's about 4 till 6 in my time zone, 4 till 6 p.m, which is, you know, terrible if you're working, but it's 11 till 1 a.m. in the night, which is, well, not too bad. Infinite Battle has changed. You do not have the gold Infinite Battle anymore. It's gone completely. You now just have all on superpower attack in your infinite fight. Use your strongest characters, and the rewards have doubled, so it compensates for the loss of the other mode, but your gain is that you will have more time, and that's it, you get the rewards. So, you know, the variety's gone, but you have more time to do other things, so that's great. Of course, there is the Silent Night Elizabeth. You shouldn't do what I'm doing right here and going for all of this. You should always be going for the souls, and of course watch the ads. Oh, we got some tickets, good. So try to get the souls, try to get bingos as much as possible. The 5-star is going to be pretty much impossible. You should probably go for the 1-star bingo, and then you'll be able to craft her memories and get yourself a nice powerful character for raising RHD, the dungeon, Hell Dungeon. That's it. So do that. Another thing to mention, I think it was Emperor Yagami who mentioned it to me. Of course, the organization is different. The forum posts are now on the left side. Go over here. But if you go into the forums, you'll see that there is a little event. Ooh, compensation. Ooh, what happened? Championship Master. We're gonna get compensation, yay! We'll get some coins, nobody cares, whatever. But it's something. But actually in the forum, the more interesting thing is the... I can't even find it, it's great, isn't it? It's right here, hold on. Okay, so you go into forums, you click on the home button because you'll miss everything out. It's always posting the latest things. You go into events, and then you go to Santa's gift event notice, and you've got to vote on what gift you'd like from Santa. And I guess we're all going to get one. So vote for the summon ticket and save it. Don't spend it. You know why? Because on the 30th you're going to have something to summon for. Oh yes. Right. I think it's nearly coming to the end now. One more thing. Battle or dungeon? I think it's dungeon. Advent dungeon. Yes, Advent Dungeon. Yashiro is back in rotation, and the point of this for you PvP players is you want to try to go for this because you will have the option or the chance to get this card, and if you get this card, you're going to have a stun duration reduced. It's one of the It's the card that helps a lot of people get away from characters that stun you, like Rudy or Mrs. Big. That's the card they use to make sure they don't get stunned. It says 4% here, but that's just because it's on a low grade right now. You need to power it up, and it's going to help you out. Okay. Just to note that the King of Cuteness set is in the exchange shop, so if you manage to get a whole lot of duplicates, you can do that and get them as well. Okay. Right, to note about the the new Brilliant Gemstone, you cannot get it from the card dungeon. You cannot get it here. You can only get it from the grinding, from the combiner. So if you look at the cards that you can win, you can see that the normal gemstones are here, the normal burn set is here, all the option cards are here, and the higher set bleed card and burn card set are here. I still don't really understand why there's so many of them, but no, it's just, yeah, it's just one burn set, one bleed set, that's it. And the cuteness is here as well, and the nicer gemstone is here, plus all the super cards. Yes, and so you see you've got, where is it? Yes, you've got Bijane's card, you've got Karate's card, you've got the 6 stars, you've also got, yeah, K-Dash's new one, the Leah set is here, and yes, the new K-Dash card is here as well. But that's it, you cannot get the brilliant gemstone here, you can only get that from the combiner. So while you're grinding, you're going to have to use the combiner if you want that 6-star backup card for your characters. Don't forget, of course, to use your gold team when you're trying to get some stuff off this. Use your auto clears. Zoop. And I wish you the best of luck. See, did you see anything special? No, 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 no. All for the grinder. Yes, all for the grinder. Brr. But there we are. Then you have a chance to get something nice. Oh, I saw a lolly, I think. My eyes don't deceive me. There it is. Oh, FBI, please. There we are. So then you go run over to your grinder, get rid of it. Okay. So here we are, the grinder. And notice that if you're doing the Yashiro quest, the 1-star and 2-star cards will turn up again. You're like, why? Why haven't they like just got rid of this now? I don't know. But don't forget to chuck them in the grinder. In the combiner, the combine harvester. And then see, while you're doing this, you'll be building up your carnival. It's got, jeez. Okay. Yeah. Get rid of that as well. Of course, you know, we can't take any responsibility for you using up your cards by accident, and then you find out they've got a Fez Mr. Big coming. You're like, oh, why did I do that? Why? But there we are. Keep an eye on these things. Don't mash that button. Right, there we go. And now, no. Yes. No. No. Let's just do that. So I've got way too many Andy cards, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Yeah. One more Choi card. Just one, because I've got 2 left. And yeah, too many Mr. Big cards, that's fine. 2 chooser cards just in case. You know, I think you should keep at least 2 of each card. And yeah, Yashiro, thanks mate. And that'll do. Cha-ching. And we got Etowaru Firento. So that's going to come in handy for Liz. That's lovely. Alright, good. And to finish, we have the Super Chang, who's here. There have been reports of this crashing. I noticed that on my phone. You can just sling in any team. He's not crazy, crazy powerful. I slung it. I just did auto formation and they killed him. But it was slowing down a bit towards the end. Right, I didn't have my turbo app on, but yeah, you might want to use your turbo app or turbo mode or whatever. He seems to be full of Christmas joy. That's why he's overflowing the phone. But that is it. And the rewards, I'm like, you can do this every day. Get yourself some hammers. Of course, if you haven't, leveled up all your stones, those hammers are useful. So you should probably use them. And like I said, I didn't even equip all of my characters with cars. I just threw them in there, and they managed to do it. But to the last team, but they managed to do it. So yeah, it's something to do if you haven't got anything to do. And don't forget to collect your rubies from completing your completing your giant mighty most and stuff, etc. And then save your rubies. I'm afraid I wouldn't really go for Jenny, not yet. She's going to be staying, I think. She's a KOF character, so she'll be there along with Polar Bear Daimon. So I'm going to wait, save all my rubies, save all my tickets until the 30th. I think that's when we're going to go mad, of course. All right, you know what I'm saying. So I hope that was useful, and that's the end of my vlog. Oh my gosh, is that 30 minutes? Sorry. And so we'll catch you on stream, and have fun and happy holidays. All right, take it easy, everybody. This is Gunny. See you next time.